all day. That was done. Woo. All right. Yeah, nah. I was just fighting my own technology right now. This right here. But all right. Welcome to your live exclusive tarot report. Ooh, it's a good burp. Oh, I definitely won. It's your favorite hermit / magician. Yeah, you know, it's totally not because of poor balance and just being stupid. And my technology is actively trying to like hurt me and sabotage my performance. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna throw down some cartomancy real quick. 3 spreads. Join us Wednesday for the pick a card reading. Malaya, you're tapping into this pre-eclipse energy. If you're feeling weird as fuck, you're feeling the vibes, my friend. You're feeling like billions upon billions of awakening frequencies that are testing the resolve of your beliefs. As we step into the darkness of this balsamic moon, coming into Aquarius, that, you know, is going to really test how well everything you believe is getting you through this, even when nothing seems to be working in your favor or when everything seems against you. And yeah, you know, it's cool. I'm not going to say it's just the planets that are why people are feeling off, but this period especially is an extremely weird feeling that's going to set the precedent for more extremely weird feelings moving forward. But yeah, it's very normal. It's very healthy if you find yourself, you know, feeling this pre-cycle energy dynamic. I want to once again highlight here that for some of you, this could feel like at a much more intense level, you're getting jumped the shit out of. And if that's what it feels like, fight back, fight back. No, if that's what it feels like, you're strong. Okay. First of all, let's just establish this. I don't want people to be afraid to admit this. Do you know you're getting jumped the shit out of? Does it feel like you're getting jumped vibrationally? Almost as if like it's not just psychic attacks. Thank you. Dove Visions nailed it. It's a more intrusive, you know, facet that's always existed. You're just more noticeable of. It's almost as if like the telepathic barrier, as you're understanding your own frequency more, it's like you're feeling privacy or you're feeling the sense of this dissolve. Okay. We could make a conspiracy theory about how maybe there's frequency warfare. Shout out to Hall of Fame, and how people are trying to like control our minds. But I want to kind of open up on how natural this is. Like, you know, the minds of people all over the planet are awakening. So this is going to, of course, create stress, open up more of a faculty that hasn't been used. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't keep fighting back. Exactly. And especially if you feel burnt out. So here's the thing. Do you know you're getting jumped the shit out of vibrationally? Like certain aspects of your darkness, your light being criticized, being set through almost as if you're being judged and observed and more judged, and you're feeling the negative and positive frequencies, maybe the negative outweighing the positive. And the thing about this is you're strong. You're strong. Okay. If you're feeling this, first of all, if you're feeling this, and I don't want to set you up as a victim, because this is really more of an intense, this is really more of an intense mental awakening and pressure collectively that is affecting everyone. So maybe some people might attribute it to anxiety because it can manifest in anxiety, auditory hallucinations, visual hallucinations, full-blown schizophrenia. You know what I'm saying? Like there could be healthy ways people take this out. Maybe it's just a subconscious reflection. They're seeing what they're projecting on other people, right? So it's like it's affecting animals, plants. This is collective pressure that since 2008 began to awaken physiologically. And now based on this hardware, we're opening up a metaverse of just, much more people at once, talking shit to you and jumping. It's like being on the internet, but it's like you could feel the energy of maybe people looking at your profiles on the internet and whatnot, whereas it was more subtle before. So the best way I want to really give you an analogy of this is you probably don't know you're getting jumped the shit out of, like viciously jumped. Okay. Like it's not just being bullied and picked on. It's like a very relentless, high key, evil, malevolent energy and force that wants to catch you while it's slipping and kill you at its first opportunity. And welcome to the next round of the Hunger Games, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, this feeling is only going to get so much more intense, cringy, creepy, and terrifying. Okay. I don't want to necessarily blow smoke up your ass. This is 100,000% tied to the Pluto in Aquarius. Okay. Inca Originals, thank you so much. All right. I'm very glad I could help. So, the reason why I want to let you know this is, first of all, you felt elements of this through the first round of these Hunger Games, 2008 to 2024, right? You've made it to the next round, which is going to be so much more intense. Let's say hypothetically, elites just want to shave off the number, but like let's not go too far with it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? You're here because you're strong. You're very strong. Smoking has making me question my mortality. Yup, I feel you. It makes us question a lot of things. What's perfect time for extraordinary people to do what's not ordinary is the comment of the day. This is the whole theme of the advanced society arc, where society now steps into its extraordinary state reflected through technology, culture, entertainment, economics. So this is getting ready to change everything you've ever believed. And with the Piscean aspect like this, it's getting you ready to release and let go patterning, behavioral systems, ideas that will feel like you're dying. It'll feel like what's next? You know what I mean? And this is the whole lesson of surrender. But once again, from me to you, I want to be clear. Do you know you are getting viciously jumped the shit out of? Because like I've been trying to say, everyone is awakening. Shout out to Force Fairy Tower. We're going to break out the Galactic Heritage cards. This is the first time we're going to use this. It's a free for all. Like regulation, authority, and law has only made it up to like the physical. So unlike 100, 200 years from now, we don't have regulation of causal dynamics, metaphysical dynamics. We don't have superpower or supernatural or witchcraft regulation outside of basic ways. So it's a free for all. You have all sorts of people awakening supernatural aspects of their abilities. Everyone's realizing they're tapped into the ocean that is God. Everyone's realizing they can manifest and create. And now this is where the purpose of the difficulty and the challenge and the struggle of you walking this uniquely defined path really comes and hits home, because unlike you, most people who are awakening did not build a foundation of solid truth. They've built their foundation on shifting sand. Okay, the beliefs, the behavioral patterns, the false narratives, the connecting with good ideals but poor execution, right? The significance here is a lot of people are evil as fuck. And I want to be careful of how I say this, because I don't want to sound preachy or judgy, like we're the good guys and everyone else is evil as hell. But I'm going to be completely honest. Infinity Gang, we lit, And you're seeing a lot of people are evil as fuck. It's beyond just social media. And I'm not talking about the everyday person you see here and there with a real life and family who will also tell you that a lot more people are unhinged. And it's a collective energy that we can't put our finger on. And frequency, let's say there's just a collective frequency that causes more madness and unhingedness in people, which I know is very convenient. So they did not build their ark, basically. Okay, and that's why they don't know what side they're on. Basically, this is the analogy that I want to share. And if this rings true to you, I'll tell you something to type and then you can type it. So check it out. It's like some of you walked a narrow path that limited your range of function. Like you could have done everything everyone else was doing, but you know the path God wanted you to walk on. And it was a certain integrity that limited what you could do, right? Then you had people who were doing this and they're doing that and they're walking the broad path that's like, you know, everyone kind of travels and they cut corners. You and these people were presented with the same collective events, like a pandemic and lockdown. And some people took an easy choice. Other people took a narrow course, regardless of what happened, right? Regardless of if you were for it or against it. And the reason why that's significant is because, okay, you had the chance to spiritually bypass. And instead, you brought yourself since 2018, and if anything, 2008, through very painful, not awakenings, very painful, you know, shadow work, very painful acknowledgement of what's really inside, of what patterns and behaviors hold you back, of what you really need to work on, the actual spiritual work, right? Not necessarily, and that was the whole theme of Neptune and Pisces, exposing the fugazi in every community and this whole spiritual shit where people have highlighted the dream of, oh, be spiritual and you can actually manifest anything you want and you can actually, you know what I'm saying, do this and get that. But the actual work comes from dealing with a lot of mentally ill motherfuckers who usually rush to spirituality as like a last resort or a get rich quick or a quick fix. You're dealing with people who are deeply, deeply, deeply disturbed and who actually need real, you know, things to actually, you know, push them forward. And most people usually see this as like a feel good way in order for, you know, their problems to go away. So when the actual work comes through that you're supposed to do, which doesn't involve paying a fraud $500 so that they can like do a spell and just get rid of all the problems because they said people are throwing, you know, stuff at you, versus doing actual work that you have to show up consistently, confronting things that you fear, that, you know, until you actually confront, you're never really going to break through in a deeper understanding and alignment with yourself, breaking patterns and habits that you know are kind of holding you back. And not to say that we are all guilty of this. It's just there's a difference between those who put in that work and anyone who puts in that work. You know that that work is not fun. It's not necessarily enjoyable. It's some of the darkest shit ever. And all of the stuff that people glorify and all of the stuff that people spin to make it look good, you know that it's literally anything but that. You know the reward you gain from that work, but it's none of the appealing, flashy shit. They want the fruits with zero labor. So this is the scientific basis through which everything that's happening now is happening. Saturn was the tester that was auditing everyone collectively. It was a group test. And through this group test that we failed, they're now accounting for the individuals who actually did the work. So even though we failed the group test, and now because of the collective decisions of everything, we have to deal with the consequences, the people who actually did the work, their own decisions and their own behaviors are going to allow them to break through this collective decision. What do I mean by that? Whereas we all went through the same thing, some of you made the decision to cut corners, to not really confront these issues. and it worked for you for a time. You know what I'm saying? You were able, this for some people that could be like, you know, scamming people, or like actually, you know, and not in a way where you actually call yourself out about it, acknowledge and change, right? Like, so, like some other people have done, but like you might have decided to screw people over. You may have decided to like just ignore certain issues, and others of you instead did the hard work, had to go through the delays, you know, deferred gratification because you wanted to really work on what was brought up to you at the time. And mind you, what that feels like is like you have been failing this whole time. What that feels like is like, oh wow, what I want is probably just still not here. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even realize that you have basically built yourself a fortune because of you maintaining integrity, right? And that's where now those of you who or the people who cut corners and didn't do the foundational work, the foundation of shifty sand is breaking through beneath them. And you can't fool karma. So everything that was trying to escape comes up for them to deal. They're not going to be able to maneuver because they didn't build a system of beliefs that have integrity with which they can actually practice. So it's going to backfire against them. Versus those of you who've done the work, you're going to see that this has prepared you to navigate this arc through into the new world, where sweeping shifts will happen instantly, and many people may not be able to adapt, but you did the foundational work, which is timeless and is going to break you through because you had to call yourself out, because you had to go through the difficulty that comes with, you know, dealing with whatever came up personally for you to deal with, because it's not going to be the same for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it's the themes, of course, will affect us all similarly. All right. So yeah, that being said, the reason why I said all of that, I want you to comment an exclamation mark if you feel like vibrationally you are being jumped the shit out of. Because now all those same people who didn't do the work, who when you were going through this difficulty and working through, they were trying to flex on you. They were trying to laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to act like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like just trying to push you for no reason. And now that their own integrity is backfiring because they had none, and you are actually pulling your stride, they're hating on you. They're looking at you, if anything, as somewhat responsible for what they're going through. Oh, because you think you're better. And it's like anything that could be done to trick you out of your position and knock you off of focus is being done. And this is where everything that you have worked on yourself is the strength with which you're breaking through this vibrational jumping, because you did the spirit work. So you fortified your integrity and spirit to know that even if you're facing all this, you already have connected with your spirit team. You've already learned and mastered your abilities. You've perfected this connection within. Though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you fear no evil. You know what I mean? Like your resilience is showing through. And that's why I'm saying, if you commented an exclamation mark, if you are quite literally aware you are being like viciously jumped, all right, it's because you're strong. You're strong AF that you need to get jumped, because people can't even handle you one-on-one. And even you getting jumped, you're still fighting back. And you're fighting back by maintaining integrity. Okay. All of this vibrational warfare is to wear at your psyche so that you slip. And in the moment that you slip, boom, you're vulnerable. But you actually did the work. You're not these fugazi ass people who pretended to do the work and market services, but aren't really like that. So the first sign of difficulty just destroys them. You're actually now being shown the fruits of your labor more than ever. Okay. So while this is going to intensify because you're dealing with people who, you know, at an unseen level, there is a knowing that triggers cognitive dissonance. And it's that you were always more than they refused to accept, that you were never less than yourself, that they had to build philosophy and rhetoric around just to justify their own existence. And such just by you keeping integrity, you are crumbling worlds. I'm going to say this again. And this eclipse is going to show you this like never before at the total final level. Just by you maintaining the integrity of who you are, minding your business and doing what you're doing, you are shattering entire worlds. Research that people have built over decades is crumbling at the authenticity of your very being. And people want to be mad about it because you're forcing people to accept the truth that basically changes every lie that they've carefully crafted in order to maintain some narrative that you didn't even have to work half as hard to do just by living and breathing. And so that's where, you know, the discord, the friction, right? The resistance, you're the current, the resistance creates voltage. So keep on shocking those around you. And, you know, they make them matter, right? This balsamic phase coming in a new moon is going to test these new beliefs, where I think at this point we should all be, especially as Infinity Gang, we're aware we have no limits. So thank you for listening to me ramble for 20 minutes. Happy birthday, Zanarta. We know it's tomorrow. Thank you for letting us know. So happy birthday tomorrow. All right. For those of you on Instagram, feel free to join us on YouTube, as I only have up until an hour until Instagram cuts it off. Okay, so we have like 40 minutes left, or like less than like 30 minutes and change. Whew. All right, so let's go into the first reading. Okay, this first reading, we're gonna uncover, you know what I mean, the nature of this Pisces season transit. Okay, putting you in a position to see what we're unlocking. What is this? What is the conclusion of this Noah's Ark ride? What is the fulfillment of God's promise in your life? You know what I mean? What are we getting ready to do? All right. So, okay. The underlying theme that we have for this is the Seven of Coins. So this is a promise of fortune. It's Saturn in Taurus. And I'm going to be pretty right off the bat, intuitively, what I'm picking up is this is what Pisces season is one of the most speculative periods I think we'll have in the market. I had the vision of the market, and you know, the events that occur during March are going to affect the market for the rest of the year. I think a lot of market manipulation or new people coming in to buy, sell, new averages between coins and stocks being created as well. So I'm using this as an example because everything that you invest coming into this February, March is a promise of fortune coming into September, when we begin to harvest from September to December. I'm sure you can invest in things and then, you know, your investment is completely hogwash, which is why the underlying theme is the Seven of Coins, which is all about, saving your money, investing your money. It's literally like a promise of your crops growing, which it requires attention to manage investments, whether in your relationships, you know what I'm saying, whether in your careers. But let's use the analogy of course, investments. There are going to be certain stocks or coins that go to the moon. And there's a solid, determined approach with this. Seven of Coins is all about patience, right? We are planting seeds when it comes to this new moon. So you want these seeds you plant to reflect long-term plans that won't fade away after a few days. You know what I'm saying? That maybe something doesn't happen. Something that for example, the Seven of Coins will represent somebody who, instead of opening up a meme coin to rug pull people, they're wanting to create a coin with actual utility. And that's not going to happen in like 6 months. You know what I'm saying? It might take like a year and a half, 2 years to really build this coin. And the Seven of Coins is if anything, also representing what is it that you are willing to put in commitment and work towards and to be patient towards. So that's the biggest underlying theme. This is a promise of fortune. Hey, what if you knew? What if you knew that if you invested a certain amount of money over the next 6 months, you would assuredly gain a huge return? Like if you were told, hey, I want you to invest like $200 on XRP every month, and by September you're gonna have a much huger return. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you should do that. I'm just saying hypothetically, let's say you chose something you did, right? And if you knew certainly that you would actually get a good return, you would probably do that. So that's anything that constitutes your beliefs. What is everything that you actually believe right now? What is everything that you believe very powerfully, especially when it comes towards maybe beliefs you'd risk everything for? That's what you want to do with what you're investing. So you want to invest in these beliefs, right? If you've always believed that you could be one of the greatest polka dot dancers of all time, then start making small investments to get the polka dot shoes. Start doing whatever it is you can to really kind of establish your polka dot empire. All right. And in doing a little here and a little there and just kind of maintaining, this consistency, this is definitely going to grow. So we do have the Eight of Cups. Now this is even deeper because the Eight of Cups, I like that we have the moon and sun in this illustration. We're using the Crystal Magic Tarot. The Eight of Cups here is definitely speaking towards, as a main lesson of this reading, walking away from what no longer serves you. So some of you may unexpectedly or expectedly come into the realization that it's time for you to go on a journey, or it's time for you to leave where you're at. Some of you may legitimately come to realize that you're finally walking away from a way you've been treated, a horrible relationship, a good job, a good relationship. Even though Eight of Cups could be, disappointment in love, it could really just also represent walking away from something that has served its course and that you're ready for. This could also be psychological journeys. This is definitely eclipse level, right? You're walking away from the old self as well. And you know that this journey is one that you want to be patient with. It's not one that you want to have a conclusion to immediately. You know that you're getting ready to leave behind emotional attachments and investments. And what comes after the Eight is your wish come true, the Nine of Cups. So yeah, now we do have as a challenge the Five of Cups. So, okay, let's keep it real now. The Five of Cups, Eight of Cups means that maybe something you're walking away from is a dream deferred. It's like the challenge is to not be overcome with regret and misery. And now, look, it's already kind of looking like maybe something that you had set your sights for and had held hope for and like really was patient for, you're gonna really walk away from. This could be even something like maybe you didn't want to move out of this town because you wanted to make it in a certain town, and you didn't want to leave because people would say, oh, you didn't make it there, and now you're recognizing, you know, it's really time for me to move. Or maybe you've been wanting to get with somebody and it's like you've been holding out in faith that maybe something can work, and then you're realizing, no, you know what I'm saying, it's time to really walk away. The Five of Cups is not crying over spilt milk and not necessarily letting this sorrow and disappointment, heavy on the disappointment, really kind of get in the way and hold you back, or really kind of distort your intention moving forward. Okay, so the underlying theme we have here is the star, which is letting you know that hope is still alive, that despite the situation and what this could be, someone maybe dealing towards you or what you may be dealing with, the revelation of what you have been revealed, the supernatural quality, all the stuff that made you even believe in the first place, it's still there. It's like just seeking expression. So it's not like you don't got it. You're just wondering how this expresses itself. And maybe you had assumed it would happen a certain way, and now you're realizing maybe that's not necessarily the way. Could it be someone owing you money? It could be. This with the cups, this is a lot more emotional. But yeah, it could be maybe the patience with them paying you back. I hope it's not necessarily someone not kind of getting the money back to you, but yeah, we'll see. In that case, though, I feel like this could be that person that's feeling the sorrow. But we do have the Three of Coins. So the past position is this sense of teamwork, is this sense of transactions, is, you know, people working together and combining their skill sets. So that's very interesting. This reflects the previous Aquarius season, where, of course, you know, there has been practical effort. Money is my emotions. I feel you. There has been that concerted practical effort, that's Mars and Capricorn, to really get together some organization. So we have this practical backing, and it looks like you could be walking away from that. For better, for worse. I know, even though we got the Five of, you know what I'm saying, Cups, it doesn't still have to be exclusively negative. Now we do have the Ace of Swords. Now this is also good. The outlook for you is truth and nothing but truth. Especially, many of you may feel like you have nothing to lose here. So that's very interesting. The Star and the Ace of Swords is this outlet to really express this truth of, you know, phenomena that's been hard to put into words. You know what I mean? So I think that's what's going to guide you moving forward, which gives me the impression that even if some of you may be walking away towards some things, the hope is still alive. You still have a grounded foundation, and there's still truth to uncover. Like, you're still going to be guided towards what the right perspective is. All right. I'm picking up a lot with the Eight of Cups. It's gonna really affirm value in the sense where, like, not that you have to be validated, but that Eight of Cups for some of you is coming from a place where it's like you're hooking someone up, but it might be it might be framed in a way like you're not in a position to hook someone up, which is a lie. It's like you're walking away from situations that would have been much more fulfilling or proper if, you know what I'm saying, people or others were on the same page. And I think that's where a lot of the disappointment comes from with the Five of Cups. Almost confirming, like, wow, if things really did go the way we wanted to, it would actually work. But, like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So the next step that we have here is the Page of Swords, which I feel like is pushing forward this Ace of Swords. At worst, it's gossip. It's knowledge with no wisdom at best. It's coming into a new way to think. It's coming in a new insight. In fact, if we even look at the nature of this card, you're going to channel some very wicked, righteous insight. I like this whole thing where she's holding the sword, so she's being objective here, but she's also picking up on otherworldly insight, on the vibes and the tunes. And the star foundation is very important because this is going to be the light that helps you overcome whatever negativity could come through it. For some of you, it doesn't have to be you that's going through this. This could be just the general sentiment in the air. It could be people more, disappointed that they won't be able to move forward with you, right? For some of you, this Five of Cups could be people who are very sad that you might be walking away from something, and you don't necessarily want to let that hold you back or to deter you. So you are showing up as the Emperor. You have your shit together. This is like right by the Three of Coins. You're moving with authority and you're moving with discipline. And we do have, of course, the Four of Wands. So over on your side, it's actually very festive. And this might now open up more that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this negativity isn't necessarily associated with you, but just a challenge that might be around to deal with. Because now when we look at your corner, we see the Empress, Four of Wands, Three of Pentacles, 15 words. Four of Wands is Venus and Aries. And I think there's going to be celebrations with the star card here. And, it could be a promotion that certain people might weren't expecting you to get versus someone else. The guidance we have, Ace of Wands. So with the guidance of this Ace of Swords and this new idea way of thinking, the Ace of Wands is saying, start something new. It's saying at the first opportunity, when opportunities pop up, which they will with the Ace of Wands, you want to strike while the iron is hot. And I think that's really beautiful because, of course, this spark is Aries, and you're going to be influenced and inspired in this development of your beliefs to realistically, you know what I'm saying, have an opportunity to step into something new, or dare I say, to kind of open up, brand new, exciting spark and start. Okay. So yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. Let me see. So the outcome that we have, do you believe in the heart of the cards? Do you? Because if you do, Jesus Christ. All right, what the fuck is this? The Ten of Swords. Oh, come on. All right, so someone might die this season. All right. And other than that, this, damn, that just looks very interesting. Ten of Swords is like complete destruction. So something's coming to an end. Now, I get the sense maybe that might be what this Eight of Cups is for. You might be walking away from something before it comes into destruction. Ten of Swords as an outcome is very final. And it's also very interesting because with the Page of Swords, we do have the element of this intellect. So the Page of Swords leading to the Ten of Swords. That is the wildest Ten of Swords ever, I agree. And we do see the image of someone kind of capturing this. So that's why I feel like for some of you, maybe you might catch a body. You know what I mean? Like maybe this intellect could be you thwarting a source of certain issues. I want to open up the fact that this could be you committing murder. Okay. But other than that, this could also be the end of a difficult situation. What makes me think this is the Ace of Wands. So it's almost as if you summoned this to eat this fish, right? It's like no more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm just joking. But yeah, and the Page of Swords is a spy, by the way. Page of Swords could be an agent from an organization. And we see that this spy is gaining energy and the ace is going through there. So maybe this could be a creative end to a situation. But yeah, we know, of course, Pisces is the last season. So the whole theme of endings isn't too surprising. So we're gonna do 2 more spreads. That was definitely interesting. Let's see what Galactic Federation. Let's see what Galactic cards we get. Heritage cards we can get. No more nice guy, only balanced guy. Okay. Notable mentions: the star. I think there's going to be inner illumination that the Ace of Swords is your way to make sense of, and that's what could be causing these departures, because you realize maybe the space you're in can't continue anymore, or certain developments may have shifted. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, man. Oh, nice. No worries. We just finished the first reading and we're coming into the second reading. So that was the first one. The second one, we're going to reflect relationships, platonic, romantic. We're going to see what that's looking like. Okay. We're working fair here. Oh. All right, Pat. Stay above the wave. Stay above it. Yeah, okay. Let's see. So we have the equal value philosophy with the Pleiades. Okay. And then we have confusion, Andromeda parallel. It's so interesting. Confusion is definitely the Pisces season. Going through the Neptune, maintaining the anchor of your beliefs with integrity. And then we have the Pleiades, equal value. It could be Uranus by and Taurus by there. So okay, not bad. So let's go into the second ring. All right. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Saying there's nothing. Oh, no way. Okay. So what do we got? Stay above the wave. All right, y'all. We have the Devil card. Let's get into it. All right. This is the underlying theme for a relationship reading. You want to make sure your integrity, once again, is on point, because you will be tempted. Any which way you have not mastered your lust is going to master you. All right. This is a very freaky madame right here. And straight off the bat, some of you is getting witchcraft done to you. You already know. If you heard that, you already know. You probably already dealing with it. But yeah, For in other ways, this is a very kinky explorations of, you know what I'm saying, your sexual desire. And that's why control or mastery over your lust is paramount, because this dark fire will consume your soul if you allow it to. For others of you, this could be connecting with devil type archetypes who are fun in ways you need, but if you don't have boundaries, you will be corrupted by these people. These people are fun to deal with when you have boundaries, because they can bring you to the edge of your boundary, but you maintain that integrity. But yeah, that being said, you also want to be mindful for self-value and worth. The devil card is going to reveal ways with which you're not being respected, maybe through infidelity. So you ask yourself, do you still subject yourself to that, or do you become born again? So we do have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is Sun in Aries. This is really beautiful because it's going to open up more opportunity for you to explore budding relationships, both platonic and or romantic. So the Three of Wands is a really good lesson card. It's going to really open the doorway towards what potential and direction you can take a relationship. So the Three of Wands is the stage of a relationship where you just got to know each other, and there's an open door and slate of, wow, well, we could possibly do this, we could possibly do that. This could also represent the way you are just carrying your life, that is opening you up in positions that maybe you're not aware of yet, but will lead you into greater success down the line. Let's go. Okay. The Three of Wands, especially here, is significant because it's going to open up more enterprising nature of what you have possible and going on for you. Now, with the Four of Coins is a challenge. It's the Four of Coins is assured material gain, but as a challenge, this is definitely going to, I think, take on several meanings. One, you might have to be a little bit stingy. So there's certain things that are coming up as I say this. Four of Pentacles here, to me, the Three of Wands is go out, have fun, you know what I'm saying? Explore your options. But the Four of Coins is saying don't let people kind of play you and hold your money. Like, don't just be spending money here and there, not like saying you're going to. But the Four of Coins I'm picking up is to like keep yourself financially stable and secure, which obviously duh, right? But for this to show up as a challenge would mean that through this exploration, it could be possible for you to blow your load. That's crazy. For you to really just kind of throw all your chips in one setting where you really want to be stingy as fuck. You actually, you on the four of coins as a challenge is like, how well can you maintain your value by not giving it away? Now let's get even deeper into this, because with the Devil card as an underlying theme, which is Capricorn, and then this is Sun in Capricorn. Once we get to this elite level, hypermaterialism is the world and language here. So resistance towards dating and relationships is going to come through, you know, a much more need for money, for financial security. You could be dealing with people who are only interested in money, which, you know, is one reason why certain people date. And regardless of whatever you call them or not, for both male and female, there are people who like, they're going to be clear with that. Maybe they're not trying to hide it. So it's just something to keep in mind as a challenge. Now, when we had the Devil card as a underlying theme, now this is a warped, hyper materialistic, debaucherous world of just, you know, it's like being in Miami. It's just, you know, money, 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 high status, all of that. And it makes up your personality. And that's cool if you don't let it take you over. But then it's not cool if it feeds addictions and now you're stressing yourself to live up to those standards, right? So it's something to keep in mind. If you're broke, that really doesn't change regardless of when it is. But really, I would say save your money. Okay. If you really don't have money to just throw away and trick on people, I mean, just to share with people, I would be as stingy with it as possible. And navigating, because the whole thing with Four of Pentacles as well is stacking your bread. It's like financial security and stability. And now to put this in more context, you're going to be coming into surplus. So the challenge is to not spend all of that. Look at the infinity here. It's to circulate it. It's to make sure, like the Three of Wands, your plans, you came into $60,000. Now don't spend $50,000 on a trip. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to have this influence here with the Devil card. Like, yo, let's do a rager. Yeah, you just got 60,000. Let's buy these bottles. And you're like, I only have a budget of like $1,000, guys. I'm sorry. Like people might look at you as a little bit stingy, but you're not stingy. You're not stupid. You're just not stupid. And you're not gonna let if you let the Devil card, the devil will finesse you. The devil's cool up to a certain point, right? The devil will finesse you every time. Oh, we need this. Oh, we need this. And as long as you're aware that you're dealing with these type of people, it's cool. You can have fun, right? But you don't want to lose yourself to these material desires because you'll get finessed. You'll get finessed. All right. It is what it is. So we do have the Queen of Wands, which is success in business. The Queen of Wands now looks to be an offshoot of this Three of Wands here that is now really sourcing this with a lot of exuberance and a lot of passion. This is where the Star card was in the previous reading. So, within you're not just excited and passionate, but you're poised. Like the Queen is poised. All right. And it puts you in a position to really bring this courage and boldness with you where you're going. In the past position we have is the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is where the Three of Pentacles was. So it could be working with someone who is highly versed in their field of expertise and their objective. It could represent an objective approach to a situation, especially when it comes to romance. Maybe you've been impartial. This is given a relationship to money reading. Yeah, not really personal or people relationship. Pisces, yep, Aquarius and Pisces trolling us. Like even the King of Swords, the past position is saying you weren't really lovey-dovey or heart-centered. With the Queen of Wands, King of Swords, it's like you're independent. You're like, who's going to help me build this empire? Because I'm not really messing with anyone who's not with the vision. You're connecting with people matter of factly, like objectively. You're not trying to really get in the fields with people because your mind is on your vision. Look at you. You know what has to be done. You're looking towards. You want to actually build what you've already got started. You have the heart of the lion here. And you're moving forward with expert guidance. Okay, so you're enterprising something huge that's just not there yet because you're still in the beginning stage. And we do have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords here, the outlook is you're ready to make these moves. The Knight of Swords is like you're ready to go across country today if you have to. Even though this is more a message or intellectual message, the word is out there. The Knight could be emissary from this king. So you're very sharp-witted moving forward. You can recall it's like you have these ideas in your head. You're ready to act off on it, adapt. So this is really cool. Okay. So the next step for you is the Four of Cups. And look, it's the snake, the year of the snake. I don't like the Four of Cups, but it's not a bad card. It's the Moon in Cancer. Four of Cups is talking about emotional contemplation. And this level of contemplation is going to have you really sort through your emotions and sort through your feelings. In other words, it's going to really confirm what we just spoke about. Robin literally called it right now, where quite basically, you know what I'm saying? You're not even feeling anybody. Like the Four of Cups is like there's love opportunities around you, and you're just like, eh. And your friends might be looking at you crazy, like, what the heck? Like, you're not gonna date this person, and you don't want to do that, and you just couldn't be fucking bothered. You're just like, it's like you're like what maybe used to please you in a certain way, you're just not feeling that. Like it's time to really sort your emotions. Four of Cups is blended feelings. It's not even a bad card. It's just boring to me because you're just contemplating how you feel. And this is going to, as you sit with your emotions, open up new feelings. It's going to really open up stuff. Maybe you did it. So you may find that you're curving mad opportunities. Like you could be on Hinge just curving everybody. Don't worry, that's actually normal. You know what I'm saying? Like you're it's just not you're just not feeling. The only thing you want to be careful about the Four of Cups is that you don't want to curve so much that you lose out on opportunities. But I mean, you have such a solid foundation with the Queen of Wands. You know the opportunities that are for you. So you're just standing on your value, like, nah. Hinge is too easy. I love that. So yeah. Now, what are you showing up as? You're showing up as the Page of Cups. So even though you have this more mature energy, this is where the Emperor came through. The Page of Cups is you're ready to be in love again. The Page of Cups is a very important card where maybe some people may be afraid to be in love, or they're just too in their mind, or they just don't want to really they're going to feel childish being in love. And this is like saying, no, that's exactly what you have to do. You want to like develop a crush. Whoever told you, oh, you still have a crush at your age, they probably lame in real life. Like they probably, I was gonna say, they get no hope. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Like you might want to just develop a flash crush. It should be irrational, but it's developed under the King of Swords, so it's not really irrational. You already have a logical basis with and boundaries. The Page of Cups, it doesn't even have to be towards somebody as much as you are opening your heart again. You know what I'm saying? Which I think some of you may not want to do, especially if you're in the air signs. The Page of Cups is more so you really opening yourself towards new experiences. You're opening new feelings that maybe you forgot existed or you haven't felt in a long time. So that's very interesting. It could leave you susceptible to deception, but you know, we do have the Temperance around you, so you're protected. The Temperance is moderation. So it's like you're in a position of compromise, you're in a position to compliment the right people. And the Temperance is definitely talking about the alchemy you're performing, giving you a sense of protection. I see you this month, not perturbed by any drama. Now, the guidance we have is the Hangman, which makes sense. Surrendering. You may experience and see things you probably don't like, and you just need to surrender to it, right? You might see the person you were trying to get with someone else and just let go, right? Sort through these feelings because your perspective around the situation is entirely going to shift. And if you're trying to force the situation because you want to match your feeling, you're going to make it actively worse. There's so much that you're not aware of the situation as well. So just release, let go. The Hangman may also be a partner who surrenders to you or you surrendering to the relationship. That's going to really, in faith that things are working the way they should, also going to reveal powerful elements. And we have the Queen of Swords, Black Diamond, baby. So the Queen of Swords, I like how the past position, we're going from King of Swords to Queen of Swords. So it looks like you're just not with the fuckery and the shenanigans. Like you're not with the drama, gossip, all the negativity, all the messy stuff. And that's the vibe I'm getting. It's like you're just so focused. You're in your own daydreams and imagination. You're talking with mythical beings. You're so focused on what you want to move forward. Anyone who's not matching that energy, You're not even paying it attention in mind. The Queen of Swords is you ending the season just focused on your goals. The Queen of Swords will chop someone's goddamn head off. Okay, she's not playing with nobody. So it's like we have no romantic cards here. Like the only cup card we have other than Page of Cups is the Four of Cups. So like the Queen of Swords is you just moving through like, yeah, they all fucking weak. Nah, I'm not trying to see none of like it is cool, but you're like in your zone though. Like you're just like, I knew these motherfuckers was some like I'm literally seeing this queen, like I knew these motherfuckers was some bitches. They can't handle an actual queen. I'm good. I knew I was better off without you, but she's not angry. She's not like bitter. She's just like, huh, I knew it. You know, y'all catch up. Y'all catch up. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to tempt you. They try to tempt you with their body. They try to tempt you with the sex. And you're like, man, get your money up. You broke. I don't like it is what it is. I'm not trying to play with you. Like, well, are we making money together or not? All right, bye. Like you're just totally in the zone. All right, so clearly Pisces season shenanigans is not gonna work on you. Like at all. This is why the queen stays in the tower. I'm not going with you serving. That's amazing. Well, that's what's up. I like how every love reading doesn't have to be romantic, where it's like, oh, you're gonna meet your soulmate. You're finally gonna. Some of them is like, I don't feel like love this month. Get your money. Or like it's like, damn, okay. Like, man, why's your broke ass in my face? I got gold. Like, oh, that's crazy. Damn. And it's this unaltered focus. Like you're tapping into a vision here. And whoever doesn't fit within that vision, you're not wasting your time. All right, because you know what you got going for you. That's the huge thing. You know what you got going for you. You don't care if people see it yet or not. You know what it is. It's been revealed to you. So you're holding that space, right? And that's where the devil card temptation comes in, because the devil card temptation is going to tempt you to trick you out your position to be like, hey, I know you want 100%, but how about 70%? And I throw you in some sex. Yeah, how about 80%? And here's some drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's trying to trick you out of thinking, oh, you're not worth that 100%. Here, let me feed your insecurities. And you're not hearing that shit. Like you're not even entertaining it. You're not even going back and forth. You're just like, hilarious. You're funny. All right, holler at me when you're serious. Like, okay, I like that. That's what's up. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna. I'm so proud. This is it. We have Orion Black League patterning. I'm gonna actually learn what these cards mean. For now, I'm just gonna pull them. Belief systems, Earth. And let's see what the bottom is. Belief systems, Earth. Earth with an F. Planet Earth. On phono. Learn as we go. So we have initiation and ceremony with Vega. This is future. And then fusion and magic, baby. Fusion and magic with the present. So I guess you could look forward to some initiation and magic when it comes to romance. And of course, magic and initiation is the eclipse. It's the eclipse. Especially for you Virgo rising. So let us now, and Virgo suns. So let us now do our final reading of the day. Okay. All right. So what is the career reading that we have? Okay. Oh my God. Aries is in the building. Orion, I think Orion is Gemini, Cancer energy. Yeah, I think Vega is like Capricorn, and then Sirius is definitely Cancer, I think. I'm not sure. All right, so what is the career reading that we have for y'all? What? Oh, shit. Ha! Page of Swords. I want to do this again. Hold on, let me see if I like the reading first. No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Ooh, it's not bad though. It's not bad though. Outcome was 10 of coin, 10 of cups. Outcome was 10 of cups, so we could have had that high right there. 2 of swords. Yeah, that's what's up. All right, I want to send it back. Yeah, I want to send it back because I didn't get the good feel because normally I was shuffling it the wrong way than I thought. But tell me I'm gonna own the company on my first day. I feel you. I feel you. Sirius is Cancer. That's why I asked. Okay, yeah. So I think Orion is like Gemini right before that. All right, so here, I'm going to do it in front of you so you know I'm not being unfair. Korea. Oh, it sounds like I'm saying career. Korea. It sounds like I'm saying Korea. Korea. I'm saying career. Korea. Oh my gosh. Man. All right. So we do have the star card, baby. Run that back. Are you ready to live your dreams? Are you ready to make your dreams come true? Are you ready to gain recognition for what you do? For better and not the worse? This is it. Some of you finna be famous this season. And not in like a terrifying way that actually fucking sucks. This is gonna actually be awesome. It's gonna be cool. You're gonna be cool. You're gonna be like awesome. Okay? And the underlying theme is saying that above all, you must keep the hope alive. It's not just thinking positively. You're going to be seeing the signs. You must stay tapped into the undercurrent in and out and throughout the universe, okay? Which will be very clear. And the culmination, this is Aquarius, of everything that you have effectively built up into this point. Okay, so beautiful. Now we do also have the 9 of Wands. Now this is interesting because of its correlation to the star. I've never seen this ever in a 9 of Wands deck. So guys, what do you think about this? What is this correlation here, right? The 9 of Wands is a card about maintaining perseverance and determination. It's this sense of not just perseverance, but being able to be sturdy, all right, and not necessarily giving up and having discernment, right? So I'm almost getting that what you are achieving is something that you've held down for a while. It's not necessarily something that you just jumped in just to gain some clout off of. It's something that you have been resilient through. The main lesson of this is that all the experience you've gained in your career and the resilience is what's going to really push you forward. What do I mean by that? Someone who has only been working in a coal mining factory. I know nothing about coal mining, by the way, but someone who's been working in a coal mining factory for just a year versus someone who's been working for 10 years, right? The person who's been working for a year, when the coal mine starts to get very intense and very hard to work with, you know what I'm saying? They start to get anxiety, right? And they start to feel very uneasy. And then there's the person who's been doing it for 10 years that's just cool as a cucumber, like, oh yeah, we're probably going to go through this for 4 more hours. It's like their wealth of experience has given them a discernment to where they can spot the scammers and the fakes because they are very discerning. This is also a card of standing your ground. And it could speak of defense jobs, but really it's dealing with stress at work and handling a lot of pressure. But what I think is very interesting is, despite all this pressure, what are the odds that we have such a parallel? I don't think this is a coincidence. Okay. Mind you, the original interpretation of this card has no star like this. So like that's just very interesting. Now, the challenge that we have here is the 3 of Wands, the same card that we got before. The challenge we have here is, despite the pressure, despite the stress that your experience is having you overcome, the Three of Wands is you're challenged on acting on your long-term goals. So you know now what it is you need to do. You know the videos that need to be shot, you know the places you need to go, you know the promotion that needs to be done. You just have to do it. You know, you just have to take action. That's it. The Three of Wands is making sure you are on top of your plans. You're not just letting your dreams be dreams. You didn't just make the plan and then it's something you just let to the side. And that's also, whereas Nine of Wands is Moon and Sag, Three of Wands is Sun and Aries. So I like that that's actually the original lesson of the previous reading. All right. Thank you, Cuddle Wing Dragon. Why that's very significant to me is it puts you in a position to, with this passionate energy, focus and lock in. All right. And I think the challenge with this is going to be what direction you get ready to take this relative to experience. But now let's put this in context. I just gave you the meaning of the cards, but let's make our own interpretation. You're locked in and you're focused on the prize. You're willing to go up these steps and to capture this, right? You know what this means to you. And you know that's why not even like romance and love is going to stop you in ways that don't really add to it or build on this. Okay. Thank you. And the foundation we have with this is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is now opening up a very innocent and comfortable working environment. So this is beautiful, especially for some of you self-employed, or even if you are employed. The Six of Cups is a very comfortable and safe space. It's nostalgic. So you're welling up the original inspiration that caused you to walk this path in the first place. And you're remembering all of the memories that kind of led up to what you're going through now. And it's really having you foundationally push forward very healthily, because the Six of Cups is going to alleviate any stress and really take this focus with a very, pure foundation. So you're coming from a very pure and innocent place. The past position is the Knight of Swords, which may have seen you come into a brand new idea, even if just recently. This is maybe someone rushing in to give you a message, but this could also be you rushing to the right conclusion, making leaps of logic. The Knight of Swords represents this quick-witted and quick-minded thinking that may have shifted a bit of your trajectory coming up until now, if it doesn't represent someone else. And we have the Queen of Coins. So the Queen of Coins is the crown of this reading, is your girl boss era and moment era. Is you, of course, really stepping into this financial mastery through the maturation of your managing of these funds. All right. It's an outlook. So if we were to get the Queen of Swords, this would be a much more sharply objective outlook to your goals. The Queen of Coins is much more grounded in approach. So it wants to really cover all the bases, make sure the accounting of what you're doing is proper. And now this is where you can experience this through an accountant, through someone who really kind of guides you along this path. This could be your higher self in Queen of Coins form. And look, we want to see where is she looking up to? So to me, this is you looking at the future version of yourself in all of your actions. Like, what would my Queen of Coins self do? How would the person who has this do this? And you're coming from a very pure and creative place that's not jaded, that's not bitter, but like it's fun. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, you're coming into greater recognition of your potential, so talent. And guess what? We got the Three of Coins. So the next step is money. It's even better because with the Three of Coins, you could be recruited or recruiting. You could be building a team. The Three of Coins is like you're a writer and then you're connecting with a videographer who is also connecting with, of course, a beat producer, and all of you are working together to sell records, right? The Three of Coins moving forward is going to be a practical expression, which was the past card in another reading. It's going to be an expression that prepares you to not only balance the dynamic of what it is you're working towards, but prepare for you moving forward to realistically, gain more consistent transactions. It's going to really add more stability when it comes towards the nature of what you're already enterprising. So that Three of Wands, basically, with Sun and Aries, is going to ground. You're going to have something that begins to actually push forward with this, both still at the 3 card level. So you're showing up as the Ten of Swords, which I don't like, but also isn't necessarily bad. It could be mind blowing. Ten of Swords is saying maybe you're coming up into end of a difficult situation. I like that you came up as the Emperor and the Page of Cups before, but the Ten of Swords is an idea around how you used to approach work and business is done forever. You're not going to really, an old you. That's what I'm picking up as well. Like an old personification of how you used to work or see yourself as well. Maybe things you used to accept that you no longer accept. We're seeing the end of this. There's an end of a phase of you. You may feel defeated in a certain sense, but not for worse. We do have the Two of Coins. Every day you're hustling, but it's also this financial flow that you are keeping afoot. It's you being seen as very witty and also resourceful as well, where you may look like you're just having fun, but you do back up the reading. So the Ten of Swords actually came up as the outcome in the last reading, but still in that row. So I think it is related. Rebirth, I think, is also really cool with the star. You know what I'm saying? Shedding the old self, because you're shredding it because you're coming into new dynamics that put you in a different situation, right? You're shedding the old skin. We do have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is saying to put yourself out in competitive situations, and it's putting yourself in a position to not let egos overcome what you're building, especially with the Three of Coins. If you're working in projects with people, they're going to present ideas that don't reflect what you exactly may want to do, and you want to challenge each other, but you want to allow this brainstorming to work in your favor. You don't want to necessarily shy away from competition. You actually being competitive could actually help you stand out. All right. So yeah, the challenge is to don't be afraid to jump in and step in the fire a little bit, especially with the Three of Pentacles, because this looks like this is going to be in a situation with connecting with other vendors, other contractors, other people that align with the goals that you're already creating. All right. And the Five of Wands are people throwing their jabs, people trying to knock you off element, people trying to project their stupidity and idiocy at you. But you already know what's up. You already know how focused you are. There's everything they'll say, but there's nothing they can do to stop you. And this is going to help you shine above the rest in competition, especially with the Hermit. The Hermit is going to be you really mastering your utility. And even though it could suggest you're not necessarily going to be social, that couldn't be further from the truth. You're just going to be minding your fucking business. So you're going to be making money. You're going to be minding your business. You're going to be out the way, but you're going to be literally perfect when it comes to your niche that no one else could probably do like you can do. Okay. So definitely something to keep in mind, because there is a breakthrough here with the Hermit. It's just a lot more personal. You don't really feel the need to broadcast it or brag, because I'm going to be honest with you, the Star card is going to be news that is going to represent milestone victory. So you could get eyes on your work that, you never expected to give you props. You can connect with famous and influential people, but the Hermit card is like, you're not even telling anybody. Like, you're keeping it on the hush. It's like, it's not necessary. And that's why I'm saying the Ten of Swords could be you being mind blown. But it's like you don't feel the need to share this with everyone. It's like you're just going to kind of keep your operation towards what you're doing right now. And the Hermit card is now really putting you in a position to make the most of all of this brainstorming, all of these differences. And that's beautiful. So that's what we got for this Pisces season. All right. This comeback is very personal. People try to trick you out your position. And now you're in a position to fire them or to cut their hours or to really influence them. And you don't even be playing shicey like that. They know they're terrified because you're going to actually walk in integrity. And since they're out of integrity, they can only be exposed indirectly or directly as a result. Yeah, motherfucker, yeah, bitch. So we have this equal value philosophy again with the Pleiades. Living in the now. New consciousness, Earth, hive mind, insectoid. Be prepared to demonstrate your gifts and abilities, and be prepared to shock people when they realize, oh, you actually the real deal. You stay blessed as always. Okay. Oh, Christophe, I see you. Okay. I got you on a card for anyone who wants a live reading. I can pull a tarot card for you. It looks like, let's see. The minimum we have for today is 20. So, Christophe, I'm going to pull 2 for you. Okay. Underlying theme we have is, of course, 3 of Cups. Really great to go out, have fun. You know, you're establishing greater ritual in your life, whether with people or not. But it's a great time to celebrate your accomplishments and to develop your friendships. Now, we do have the 5 of Coins, and the 5 of Coins is coming up with the 6 of Wands. No, the 6 of Wands. So the 6 of Wands is actually success, and the 5 of Coins is struggle and poverty. So it almost looks like you are moving from this struggle to this success, and you can see the triumph, right? And that's why you want to celebrate. It's like you're being put in a position to realistically overcome this. Jessica, we could do that for the pick a card reading, because I'm going to do the pick a card reading on Wednesday. So that'll be a really good bonus for the pick a card reading for sure. But this is beautiful, Christophe. This is looking like you've overcome, you know, the struggle or loss, even if you've had money or not, the alienation, and now you know you're receiving triumph. You're coming into leadership, and that's why you want to celebrate with those who stuck by you when you needed it, and you got to see who your real friends are. It's saying, you know, find those who actually kept it real with you and share in that success and celebrate with them. Okay. Woo! That was a beautiful reading. So I'm going to close this out right here. You guys stay blessed as always. And until next time, if you order and I end the stream, I'll always email you the reading if I have access to your email. And if not, just email me and I got you. Peace.